Hi everyone, it's Andy from Hobby Headquarters. Well, many of you guys might know that I'm in the process of working on the Classy Hobby 1/16 scale M5 Stuart. It's coming along quite well. You can see we've got a paint job on it now. We've got to do some decaling and weathering and a few other things to it, but really having fun on this really nice kit. And what I thought I would do though is take a little break from that and share with you guys a new kit that we just arrived in our store and on our website. And this is the brand new Border Models 1/35 scale Panzer IV F1. And it is a beautiful kit inside. It is a multimedia kit, so there's like metal toe cables, resin figure, lots of photo etch for the skirts and things like that. So really, really nice kit at a good price. And I was just really floored by the quality of inside here, and that's what I thought I'd share with you today. Now, we are going to be building this one. In fact, we're probably going to be building two, not immediately, but there's a couple of different versions that I want to do, and love the Panzer IV, so I thought this would be a great one to start working on with that. And since we're talking about videos in general, the Nuremberg toy show is going on right now, many of you might know, and we just did a video for, to me, as all the new releases. Now, I have a whole bunch of videos already ready to go that we're going to kind of stagger little by little on there, but just before we talk about this one, I wanted to show you the new WERK kits that were just announced at Nuremberg. So quick little, just pictures on those right now, but some really cool stuff coming out. And then after this video, later on tonight, we will probably release another video. And this is a little sneak peek of what the next one is going to be. I've had this built now for a couple of weeks and ready to go. It's a really great kit from Tamiya. So that gives you a little sneak peek of what's to come. So let's get started. Okay guys, before we take a look at that Panzer IV, many of you might know that the Nuremberg toy show is going on right now, and our friends over at WERK have a bunch of new exciting kits that they wanted to announce, and I thought I would just take a few minutes and show you those right now. The very first one is this really cool German 1946 type airplane, and as you can see, it's a 3-in-1 kit by the picture, and it has 3 different motor combinations. So the very first one, which I think is the coolest, has 2 of the Argus engines, which are like off on the V1, and it also has the Walther's 509C motor on it. So it's a rocket motor as well as the 2 V1 engines. You also have the capability of building it just as a single one or one just with the motors, and I'm going to show you a picture right now of the way the different engines setup are done, and it's also going to have a super detailed cockpit as well. So very excited about this, and I've talked to our friends over there, and they said they're going to get us samples on all of these, but specifically this one right away, that we can do a build-up on it to show you guys how it goes together. I think that'll be a really nice one. Also, they're going to have a 35th scale Kettenkrad that'll be issued very, very soon. This is in cooperation with Dragon Models. And this is one I'm very excited about. You guys remember a couple months ago now, WERK worked with Tacom to issue their Panther kits. Well, now they're doing the exact same thing with the Tiger II. So you're going to be getting a beautiful state-of-the-art kit, absolutely great. I've built actually 2 of these now, and now at a really, really good price on it. So if you're interested in a Tiger II, this is going to be the one you're going to want to get because it's going to be a very good price on it. And we're going to move on. Now we're going to take a look at this thing. It's called the German Coble Panzer. And at first I thought this was completely fictitious, but there actually is one of these in a museum. So it's reminiscent of, you guys may remember that Mini Art just released a ball tank, or a couple ball tanks from the Soviets. Well, the Germans, I guess, were working on a similar one right here. And this is in cooperation with Amusing Hobby. And here is something that is really kind of cool looking and different. This is and I'm not even going to pretend to pronounce this, the title of this here, but it's a 2-centimeter 8-barrel flak gun. And as you can see, that was going to put up a wall of lead for anyone that was coming in that area. They did build actually some of these. I don't know how many quite they built, but I actually have seen a picture of a real one. And from what I understood, the recoil from 8 barrels going off really did a number on the cradle. So this is why you never really saw these other than in the prototype stage, but nonetheless a cool piece to show off. And then we have a little radar love here. This is a German radar unit in cooperation with Amusing Hobby. So that'll be something cool that if you're doing some flak base or another diorama that's got some flak guns in it, you can build one of the radar units. We also have, and you guys remember about a year ago, I built up the Fawn L900. The version, it was a soft top. Now they've come out with a hard top version. So we've got the hard top Fawn L900 by itself, no trailer. And finally, I know this may sound weird, but I'm very excited about this kit too. This is just an odd, trailer. But I don't mean odd in a bad way. I mean, it's just a random piece. But these kind of things work so well inside dioramas. And so many times we get so many of the same kits over and over again. And sometimes you just want to do something unusual and have in the background. So the Fawn could be pulling this. You could put all kinds of, tanks in the back, or, fuel tanks, I should say. You probably could put a regular tank in the back there too. Just all kinds of stuff. And they're even just on the side of the road in a village type thing. It'd be just an interesting piece to take a look at. So that's a quick rundown of Nuremberg for Das WERK. As I was telling you earlier, all of these kits are late in production. So some of them are already on the water, ready to come to us, and some are very, very soon to come to us. So, of course, we will be carrying all of these on our website, andyshhq.com, as well as in the store. So look for them very soon, and also look for build videos on quite a few of these. Okay, let's take a look at all the really cool features on this brand new kit from Border Model, the Panzer IV F1. And right off, you'll see that it's a 3-in-1 kit. And there's 3 distinctive type of tanks that you can make out of this. All 3 are very exciting and makes me want to actually build more than one of these. The very first one that you see right here is the Boar Panzer. And the Boar Panzer is a regular F1, but they've added all this bolt-on applique armor on the front of the tank. So it's a little up-armored type vehicle. Now we'll also show you the side here and some of the other versions that you can build up. So they have the standard F1 inside there, and I'll show you some color pics from the back of the instructions in a minute to show you what we can do with it. So we've got the standard F1, the Boar Panzer we talked about, and then one that has a full set of skirts all the way around, both on the turret and on the body. And that's kind of unusual for such an early Panzer IV. You usually see that on the later marks. But there actually is, and we'll actually open the instructions in here, there is a photograph of one in skirts completely in the F1. So there you go. There actually is one of those right there. And as promised, we're going to take a look at the back here in some of the different versions we can do. And this is why I'm so excited about this one. First of all, we've got a North African one. And I love to model North Africa. I love doing that chipped up effect. Because if you guys watch me do the Panzer I, had such a blast painting and weathering that one. We also have the regular F1 that we were talking about, but this one we can do in a winter camouflage. And I haven't done a winter camouflage in German gray in a long time. In fact, the last one was the Tiger that I built up. God, it's been over 4 years ago now. It's one of my early videos, and it was one of the first ones we did on chipping and weathering. So really excited to do both this one and this one. And because it is unusual, to do one built up with the skirts all the way around it. This is really cool, and it's probably the last one I will do. I think I'd probably do this one first, then this one, and then the third one. So the kit is actually fairly inexpensive too, so it's something that you can build up quite a few of them. But let's take a look at all the different parts first now. First thing we're going to show you is the lower hull, and it is a bathtub style hull, minus the back here. But look at the amount of stuff they've molded in here all at once. All of these louvers and the side of the upper hull is actually already molded into this as one piece. I think that's quite interesting to see that. And then we'll also take a look at the turret. Now the turret is not a bathtub style turret. It's molded up of multiple pieces. But some nice detail nonetheless on it. We'll also take a look at some of the upper parts on here. So here we have the commander's cupola, and all the vision blocks are molded individually, so they'll slide right into place on here. Turret basket. And actually the front plate on the glasses plate on it there. And let's take a look at some of these parts right here. So we've got smoke dischargers. So you can definitely do the later type ones. We've got some of the tools. Now these parts are probably off of their other kit, and that is probably so you might not use these smoke dischargers, but here's the long barrel 75 that came off of their G. So we're sharing a few of the sprues off of that came out just a couple months ago. And then we have this piece here. So this is our bolt-on applique armor, and then actually a new turret basket as well. And looks like a turret ring as well there. And these are the louvers that cover up the exhausts on the side. Get to this portion right here. These are our suspension arms. They're all molded up primarily as one piece right here, as you can see. All of our road wheels. Some T-34 track that if you want to put a little extra applique armor on it there. We've got jerry cans, multiple pieces, some of the other pieces. These are the part of the suspension, just like that. And some more of the vision blocks. And of course you get 2 sprues of that. Over on this sprue we have more of our like pioneering tools like shovels, axes, all those kind of little accessory pieces that you'd put all over the tank. All look to be molded very, very nicely. We've got another sprue, another barrel actually on this one right here too, off of the longer barrel kit. So there's talk too, not talk, there actually is going to happen. Border Model is doing a Panzer IV late too, so some of these parts might get used in that as well. Show you that. And this is something that I'm very, very happy about. This is the track setup, and they're all made out of link and link tracks. So you've got these long runs right here for the top and bottom, and there already is a sag pre-done into this, a slight sag, but nonetheless a sag in there. And these just make it so much easier to put together the track links on this when they're, you know, this saves you quite a bit of time right there already having them done. The more road wheels. And of course 2 sprues of that. The fenders are molded separately, so we have full nice detail on both top and bottom. And we also have the upper part of the hull, and these are the rails for the side skirts for the turret, all the way around, and all the brackets that hold them on there. And one other sprue. This is one that's obviously designed specifically for the F1 because we have the short barrel that's slide molded, and a few other parts that are slide molded on there as well. And more of the applique armor, the extra bolt-on armor. That armor was all spaced too to help with taking frontal impacts. More parts for the barrel. Now this very first kit, and possibly further on, is including a resin figure inside of it. And you can see from the top, he's kind of got like his earphones half cocked on the side of his head there. Nice little figure. We also get steel or braided cable here for the tow cables. We get brass skirts, some more brass parts for the little louvers that go on the exhaust in the back, and a couple of other little brackets here as well. And finally, they also are including a metal barrel for the F1 as well too. So the barrel looked pretty good inside there, but this does have a little bit of, maybe we can see it in there, a little bit of rifling inside there too. So a nice little feature to add on there. And the final thing we're going to take a quick look at are the decals, which you saw in the instructions how they were. So we got some North African ones. The Boar Panzer's 24th Panzer Division, the red for Afrika Korps with the little palm tree, and another Boar Panzer right there. So We also carry these in our store. They're available right now, and as well as our online store, andyshhq.com, which we have a little address down below there if you want to take a look at them. Very, very good quality tank at a really good price, I think, especially for all the extra parts and stuff that comes with it on here. And this one's all torn apart because I actually am going to be building this one. This one is going to, you saw me at the very beginning working on the Stuart. So I've got to finish that and one other project, and then I'm going to get right into building this one up here. Very excited. Love the Panzer IV. It's one of my favorite German World War II vehicles. Well, there you go, guys. There is a quick look at some new great looking kits from Das Werk, and then of course this beauty right here. And like I was telling you, these are available now. They're in our store and on our website at andyshhq.com. So if you're interested in picking one up, you can go ahead and find them right there. So I want to thank you guys as always for watching, and please stay tuned because we have many more videos coming.